Back here in Connecticut, the state college system taking a step to make it easier to save people who have suffered an opioid overdose. News 8's Ken Pierce following the latest on that story live from the campus of Central Connecticut State University in New Britain. Good afternoon, Ken.
Good afternoon to you, Keith. In a press conference wrapped up here just a few minutes ago talking about this very topic. We know that Narcan can help save an overdose victim if it is given to that victim quickly enough. That's why you want it in lots of places. It's been here on the campus of Central Connecticut State University for the past 3 years, available here. Now it's going to be available on all the state college campuses. That's what today's announcement was about. We're talking about all 16 of Connecticut's regional universities and the community colleges. And the reason for this is both simple and terrible. The numbers keep going up. In 2015, we had more than 700 deaths from opioid overdoses in Connecticut. Last year, that number topped 900, and law enforcement officials believe Connecticut is on track to have more than 1,000 deaths from opioid overdoses this year alone. Much of that is due to the synthetic opioid fentanyl, which is many times more powerful than heroin. But plain old heroin kills too, as do prescription opioids. Narcan is a simple-to-use nasal spray. It reverses overdose symptoms almost immediately. The administrators and first responders at this press conference stress that Narcan by itself is not enough, though. It may win a few battles, but it's not going to win the war.
We can provide education, we can provide information, we can provide services to students as they need them. But if you see something happening and you're concerned about the safety of one of your fellow students, please say something.
Not only should you say something to prevent overdoses in the future, but if there is a party where there is heroin or fentanyl, somebody overdoses and somebody has Narcan, well, it's not enough to just spray that up their nose and hope for the best. That person could need further medical help, so you have to dial 911 as well. Now, the president of the state college and university system says they have already had opioid overdoses on campuses. They have had students die from that. He wouldn't get into exactly how many, but he says that proves that there is the need for Narcan on all the campuses. Live in New Britain, I'm Kent Pierce. Keith, back to you.